Solar is the future. Here are some frequently asked questions about going solar. One is, will my home insurance go up? Or do I need additional insurance? And typically no, because we're already, for the most part, overinsured. So every once in a while, somebody might have to, if it's a giant, huge system and they're underinsured from the beginning. And if that's the case, it would be very, very small amount. What happens if I want to replace the roof? Well, it kind of goes along with the first, because most of the time, especially here in Texas, when people replace their roofs, it's because of hail damage. And the insurance takes care of that because it becomes part of your house. The insurance is going to cover it, just like they cover the shingles, they're going to cover the panels. If the gutters are messed up, typically we have a 1 or 2% deductible on our home insurance. Also, if the roof is old and cracked in and needs replacement, we can't put panels on them anyway. The house has to pass inspection. How does this work if I have panels on the house and I sell the home? Well, there's two, if there is a loan involved, there's two options. One, it's a transferable loan, which people would love to have, something that's, several $100s less than their neighbor. But the other option, which is more chosen, is they'll just put it into their home mortgage. It's the same principle as somebody had a swimming pool, they were paying on it. Nobody's going to buy the house and say, I want the house but not the pool. It's all going to be wrapped together into one loan. So that's typically the way it works when buying a home with solar or selling a home with solar. Is there a lien on the house if I take out a solar loan? And the answer is no. It's a signature note. So again, going solar is great, but not everybody qualifies. The home has to qualify, not just the roof and the shingles, but the electrical. The house has to qualify. You have to qualify. It's a signature loan. So if the numbers are good and you can get past those steps, it's a process, it's a great thing. Let's talk about the tax credits. People get confused about the tax credits. They think that the government is going to send them a check, 30% of the gross of the job, and that's not the way it works. It's an income tax credit, and it means exactly what it is. Taxes that you pay on your income, you don't have to pay up to that 30% of what the job cost. So it's like having an IRS account. So instead of having to pay the IRS multiple thousands of dollars, it's basically free. It's real money. And if you don't qualify all of it for the first year, it rolls over year to year to year. So it's real money and it's your money, and you can put that back in your pocket. There is a production guarantee on the panels. Unlike in the old days where a panel would only last 5, 6, 7 years and they would lose 20% a year, these lose a half of 1% a year, and in 30 years they're still producing 85%. There is a 25-year workmanship warranty on the actual product. On the panels, on the inverters, there's a 25-year workmanship warranty. And again, it goes back to the last question. How long has the company been in business? Are they going to be around to service that if there is a problem? How long have we been in business? The average solar company's been in business 3 years. We've been in business over 3 decades. It's pretty important to deal with a company that's been around, because we've all heard the stories of people going solar or buying solar, and a year later that company is nowhere to be found. So it's quite important to have somebody that's going to stand behind the work for years to come, for decades to come. There's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So it just makes sense to use tier 1 panels. And presently, it's supply and demand, but presently we're able to use Italian-made panels, 30-year production warranty, black on black. They're sleek, they're beautiful, they look good on any color roof, any type of roof. So they're tier 1 and they'll last 50, 60 years with a 30-year production warranty and a 25-year workmanship warranty. One common question we get is, how much does solar cost? And it's not, they'll say, I have a 2,000 square foot house. How much would it cost? It's not about how big or how small the house is. It's about how much production you need. And you figure out how much production you need by the consumption you've used in the past. So you take the last year's electric bill, you look at the consumption over the whole year and say, okay, well, you've used 15, 16, 18,000 kilowatts. The same 2,000 square foot house that's next door, they could be using 25,000 kilowatts. You build the system according to the consumption. So you want to produce as much as you need. So that determines the cost. The HOA, well, I have an HOA, homeowners association, and I don't think we can put panels up because of the homeowners association. Well, it's been legislated that no homeowners association can keep anybody anywhere from putting solar on their roofs. But we go through the right process to submit that to them so they at least see it. Well, there is a process in doing that, but it doesn't matter if you're under a homeowners association. It cannot be denied, it cannot be stopped. It's legislated.